Hi, my name is Liam Barrick, and I'm a student at the University of Illinois, Urbana-Champaign. And unless you've been living under a rock or without internet connection, you're likely familiar with artificial intelligence, or AI. Now, within the realm of AI, you're likely familiar with ChatGPT. OpenAI's chatbot, ChatGPT, has recently taken the world by storm. And if you're not familiar with that, that's perfectly okay. You likely clicked on the video because the title is Why You Should Use ChatGPT. Well, I'm here to convince you of just that. Along this line, I'd like for you, the viewer, to experiment with ChatGPT and find out how effective this tool really is. So, what is ChatGPT? Well, let's ask ChatGPT. ChatGPT is a language model developed by OpenAI. Now, ChatGPT is trained on a diverse range of internet text and is capable of generating human-like responses to text prompts. It can be used for various natural language processing tasks, including answering questions, engaging in conversation, writing content, and more. The chat in ChatGPT stands for its ability to generate text in a conversational style, since it has been designed to understand context, follow the flow of conversation, and provide coherent and contextually relevant responses. Users can ask ChatGPT questions or queries, and using its training data and understanding, ChatGPT will provide an answer. It's important to note that ChatGPT is a pre-trained model, and its responses are generated based on patterns learned during training. While it can be very powerful and versatile, it may not always produce accurate or contextually appropriate responses. It might be sensitive to how questions are framed. Users should be cautious and verify information when using ChatGPT for critical or factual information. So, boiling it down, ChatGPT can provide great responses for users in seconds. Along this line, unlike a typical Google search that's black and white, ChatGPT can provide you with a direct answer, sources, an explanation, and if it doesn't satisfy you, you can ask it to rephrase it, dumbing it down or making it sound like it came straight from Neil deGrasse Tyson. You could always even ask it to explain a math problem in a poem. It's really, the possibilities are endless. Now, there are some caveats to ChatGPT. For one, it's a prediction machine, meaning that it'll blatantly make up or falsify information to fill in the gaps, per se. Along this line, if you're not familiar with the question or query or answer or topic, you might not know any better, and it'll fool you. Additionally, there is a knowledge gap with ChatGPT, meaning that it doesn't know current events. ChatGPT has become known as this crazy capable chatbot, and within the education space, it's become known as a cheating tool. Now, not to be accusatory, but if you are a student, you've likely noodled around with ChatGPT, given that it has the ability to make homework a breeze. I mean, anyone who were to, let's say, seek help would find that ChatGPT is a great way of fast-tracking your homework so you can get done quickly, but also making sure that you get it done correctly. It perfectly answers both of those calls. Let's say a student has a STEM or math problem. They can feed ChatGPT the question, and ChatGPT will give the black and white answer that will be correct, and a nice written explanation of how to get there if you ask. If there's a question, let's say for an essay, you can have ChatGPT write a response for you within seconds and give you some half-decent body paragraphs. Now, regarding the aforementioned infamy, ChatGPT has become banned in schools, school systems, and any sort of educational institution across the nation recently. And you and I can infer the consequences a student might face if they were to use ChatGPT to, say, make their life a lot easier. In the short run, that is. Now, while all of what I just said may not exactly be convincing as to why you should use ChatGPT, I think it's only fair that I give an accurate background of how ChatGPT has affected the world and its history and what it's been known for up to this point. So, getting into said spiel, we are at the forefront of this frontier, being the AI frontier. I mean, the last frontier was the internet, and that came around however long ago, before I was born at least. So who knows when the next one will be, but I mean, if I know anything about those early internet entrepreneurs or those who are very familiar with how it worked, this is an opportunity to make the big bucks. I mean, think about corporations who are looking to make a buck. Having ChatGPT analyze, let's say, possible options for expansion or acquisitions, or maybe an average Joe looking to make an investment. ChatGPT is an incredible tool, AI is an incredible tool, and it'll be in our future. So I think that it's in our best interest if you and I become familiar with it sooner rather than later. Touching back on how ChatGPT is used in education, you can obviously do a lot more than just spit out your math homework with correct answers. I mean, think about the creative process. I mean, I don't know about you, but for me, when I'm trying to think of ideas or something along that line, I'll typically start a page in my notes app, and within an hour, I'll have, let's say, 10 good ideas. Well, feed this prompt to ChatGPT, and it'll get you out of that creative box you're stuck in. I mean, ask it to create 100 knock-knock jokes. I can't do that. You certainly can't do that. I don't know anyone who can do that within at least 10 seconds, maybe? Let's say 5 seconds. Very quickly. I also don't think either me or you can come up with 100 different reasons why waffle fries are better than crinkle cut fries. Well, ChatGPT can do that. This is insane. This is not human. Frankly, viewer, all this leads me to say is that you should try out ChatGPT. I mean, if you're a student, ChatGPT can help you figure out the content, learn the lesson. If for some reason it's harder in class, it can also quiz you to reinforce that understanding. If you're looking for help with something creative, ChatGPT is there for you. Just provide the prompt or query or whatever you're trying to figure out. It'll provide you with ideas or ideas to stem off of those ideas. If you're looking for a laugh, ChatGPT can, well, make you laugh. Think about something that makes you laugh. Now imagine an AI robot writing a poem about that topic in the tone of Morgan Freeman, and doing it in 5 seconds, mind you. And in the case that you have a problem, well, try applying ChatGPT to it. I mean, what's the worst that could happen? You wasted 5 minutes and you're in the same place as you were before. Well, I mean, at least you tried something else or another route to find what you're looking for. And who knows? Maybe that'll point you in another direction. Now again, as previously mentioned, this seriously powerful tool is going to be used by professionals across the world. Not only ChatGPT, but all AI platforms like this, all chatbots, all picture bots, whatever, all AI. So I recommend, again, I'm gonna say it again, you should use ChatGPT. Get familiar with AI. And to those of you who may be apprehensive about dipping your toes into the field of AI or messing around with ChatGPT, you have nothing to lose. Unless you tend on breaking academic integrity or something stupid like that. I mean, I think that it's safe to assume that within, let's say, ballpark 10 years, the whole meme or joke about old people, or in most cases, grandparents not being able to navigate their phones, that'll become us, or at least those of us who aren't able to use AI effectively. And frankly, I would not want to be a joke or meme. and I hope that you wouldn't want to either. Okay, now before I wrap this all up, I'd just like to say thank you for listening to me and hearing my argument for this. Now, as you heard, I think that an understanding of the tool's capabilities is imperative for people like me and people who will be entering the workforce soon, especially. Now, whether you or I want it or not, ChatGPT will be part of our future, at least AI. I think that understanding how AI functions and where it's going can only benefit you and me. You heard my argument, and I'd love for you to give ChatGPT a try. And I can only hope that you may apply it to another part of your life. But I think that getting familiar with AI is imperative, given that it will be a historical part of our futures. Thank you.